Namaste, Jai Ganesha, Jai Bhairava, Jai Kali. Welcome back, everyone. So today I would like to just cover a few routinely asked questions in the comments. Some frequently asked topics. Okay. So the first topic I have covered in brief before. So first thing, can you do sadhana or mantra japa on periods? This answer depends on whom you ask. Some are very strict and see periods as a horrible thing or something like very impure or end of the day kind of thing, etc. At the same time, some are very lenient, no rules whatsoever. But I will cover my take on it. Yes, you can do sadhana on those days or mantra jap with certain modifications, with few things to avoid, like touching idols or yantras. Like I said before, you can do manasika japa. Basically, just do the same mantra jap without a mala, manas puja, without lighting a diya, etc. You basically light a diya, you offer flowers and everything in an imaginatory fashion. Just sit in a chair to your comfort and can do manas offerings and can just chant the mantra. Okay. Also, you can, if you want, you can just take these 4 days off and pause on these 4 days, and on those 4 days, maybe if you feel like doing it, you can recite Kalvairava or Chalisa, can do Manas Jap based on a timer on a phone, do japa, no issue. So why there is a restriction in the traditional sense? You may ask, are ladies considered impure? No. See, periods are a part of life. They are a part of creation. There are few reasons, in my opinion, which I'll try to make sense. First, with all spiritual practices, we aim the main vital energy, prana, to go up from basically Mooladhara chakra to Sahasra chakra, basically from the base of the spine to the crown chakra. Okay. So that's more likely that is the goal for us, basically, to transcend. It's the same thing also when you apply straight tilak, you apply from bottom to top with the same intention. It's the same thing with observing some sort of brahmacharya because you don't want to lose the energy downward, etc. So now coming to menses, the energy goes in an opposite direction. Due to loss of blood, you lose some vital energy. So hence these days, if you touch any idols or yantras, the energies get absorbed by you because you are in a deficit. You take the energy from them, but at the same time you're taking the energy, but at the same time you're draining it. So it's a wastage of energy. I hope it makes sense. So basically you have worked hard to put a charge by regular worship. What happens with regular worship, regular japa and etc. is the idols get charged day by day. The yantras become powerful day by day with worship. So when you touch, you may drain the energy from them. Okay. Reason 2. According to certain school of thoughts, you are more prone, more or less more susceptible either for the attacks of negative energies or getting attacked by negative entities. That's certain school of thought is there. Basically, that's why women are not allowed to visit temples on these days, because sometimes bhutas also roam around temples. They will attach to you and etc. So they suggest you to stay at home. Reason 3. This I'll try to take a logical explanation. Back in the day, there were no pads. Even 100 years ago, they were not available. So heavy blood loss is seen as something very abnormal. There could be a thought of seeing it as a disease or something like that, or perhaps to avoid humiliation to women. So maybe they ask them to stay separate and etc. That could be one reason. But regardless, what's my take is, just do not touch idols, do not touch yantras or malas. And regarding malas, some actually do allow touching the malas, but my suggestion is idols, yantras and malas don't touch, but you can continue your regular japa. Now you just let's just say every day you do, I don't know, maybe X number of malas, you calculate the time and keep that time in a phone, turn on the timer and keep chanting the mantra. It's as simple as that. Or can even recite Kal Bhairava, simple things like that. Or you can just take the break and pause the sadhana and continue again, okay, after 4 days. So yeah, rules vary from tradition to tradition. So do ask, if you get Diksha, do ask the Guru what he thinks about it in future, okay. So sadhana during sutak, either due to birth or death in family, okay. Let's first cover shortly on sutaka after birth. So sutaka after birth, though if you read elsewhere or from other people, they will give reasons of impurity, woman is impure or the child is impure, etc., as reason for seclusion. I don't know, if birth is impure, what is pure then? Okay, that's just a logical question. I'm just curious. It could be an outdated thought if you think logically. Here the mother have given birth and newborn is susceptible for infections from visitors, hence sutak may apply, and child care is your primary duty during these days. Whether you are a mother or a father to the child, that should be your duty. So if you want to take a break from sadhana, you can take a break, take care of the newborn, okay. But if it's your brother's or sister's baby, no issues, you can still continue the japa of Om Bhairava Namah, no issues at all. Let's talk about sutaka after death. See, these things, I have received Diksha and I have asked my Guru also these things. Don't apply to me. But even when you don't have Diksha, as long as your relative is not relative who is passed away, I'm sorry for your loss. If he or she is not close one, like your dad or mom or brother or sister, no sutaka really applies for simple japa of Bhairava. Especially there could be different rules for some other deities or taking part of something like auspicious religious activities and etc. But even I heard from even some common Hare Krishna mantra doers, they also don't follow this sutaka rule. They do japa of the mantra 365 days. So why there are restrictions in a conventional sense? I might try to give a little bit of reasoning. Apart from fear of disease spreading traditionally, since if it's very dear one passes away, obviously you have a duty to carry on whatever karma kand according to your family tradition, okay. Also console family, but no need to stop if it's some distant uncle or some aunt passes away miles away, like in a different city or a different state. I don't think it really applies to you, okay. If they need you, then help them, be with them as a support. Maybe decrease taking on new rituals or new anushtana or anything during those days, etc. But can still just continue regular chanting of Om Bhairava Namah. See, person who is walking on a path of sadhana is different from a normal individual. He has a different bond with God. For him or her, lot of restrictions may not apply, but still if it's the case of a very close one like a dad or mom passes away, then it's one's duty to take care of those things for whatever the period is, be it 11 days or 13 days. So these days it's advised to take a break, but again, if it's a distant relative, don't worry about it. You can do japa as usual. Some have asked about will the relative soul will come and attach to you, or will it harm you, etc. No relative soul will come and attach to you, okay. And all, just do Bhattu Bhairav Brahma Kavach when in fear or in doubt regarding these things. Speaking of that, sometimes yes, these souls do interact after passing away for help, but these stuff only happen to certain on the higher level, or maybe certain sadhakas in general, that too if it's karmically meant to happen, that interaction, then they might. But you don't have to worry about these things affecting you. Just do kavach recitation on a day-to-day basis. Okay, see, Bhairava is the deity of samshan and time and death. You can do his mantra round the clock 365 days, even during those days. Okay, but if you feel, hey, I haven't got diksha, so I'm unsure about sutaka after death exemption, then only do Bhairav Brahma Kavach. Don't stop it, just do Bhairav Brahma Kavach. That should be fine. And you can pause any other rituals for those 13 days. But honestly, I feel you can do japa if some distant relative passes away, that to the person who have passed away was not residing in your home when he or she passed away. Okay, again, both sutaka and sadhana during periods, these rules change from tradition to tradition. When you get a guru, please ask their take on it and follow their advice. I have covered my take. This is what I have kept as a kind of a suggestion for you. So it's the same thing, guys and girls. See, Amavasya and Grahana, which is eclipse, is also considered bad, very bad. People fear it, and there are common phobias along with these questions regarding sutaks and etc. I will tell you, we actually charge ourselves on those days. Do japa more than normal days. Kind of like eclipse is the secret of my energy. Okay, I might be mimicking a common TV commercial quote here, don't mind me, but that's the thing. There are certain days where we do more japas. Even during eclipse, a lot of people close the temple, they get scared and etc. But we use those days to get more charged. It's a common misconception. When next eclipse might come, I will give an explanation on why we do it on that day. Okay, for now, anyways, another question. No, don't wear japamalas. Only very few do it. I guess it kind of depends from tradition to tradition. I think that too they do it once they have reached their whatever mantra siddhi counts, I guess. They also might have some associated rules. So ask them who wear japamalas, but in our tradition, no japamalas are worn. Only exception is to bigger Rudraksha mala, that is 32 plus 1 mala. Usually, I think only hardcore ones, like full-time sadhakas of Agor or Naga sadhus, wear japa mala. They roam around with the same mala. They do the sadhana on the same ones. Okay. Also, can you do Apadudharaka mantra and Om Bhairavaya Namah on same mala? The answer is yes. I have clarified it with Guru. As every new mantra, buying a new mala is financially not feasible. Can maintain one mala per day. Multiple mantras of the deity can do all mantras on them. Again, this also varies from Guru to Guru. Okay. Previously, I was suggesting new mala for Ma Durga mantra and a different one for Bhairava, because that's how I have been doing it for years. I have kept separate malas for each deity, one for Kali, one for Makali, one for Lord Shiva, and etc. Nature of the malas is also different. Some are black hakik, some are chandan, some are rudraksh, etc. But I have actually cross-checked and updated with this guru last time I met him. So he said it's perfectly fine to do multiple mantras on same mala. So kind of apology for late update, but so you can keep chanting on same mala. See if in future someone prescribes you a new mantra. If they prescribe you a new mala, like let's just say they say like chant on a hakik mala, then obviously you have to buy a hakik mala. If the giver says you can chant on Rudraksh mala, probably ask them if you can chant on the same mala. Okay. So in a nutshell, for people who are asking me, yes, you can chant Om Bhairavaya Namah and Apadudharaka Vatuka Bhairava mantra or the Swarnakarsan Bhairava mantra, which I have revealed on same Rudraksha mala, no issues. Yes, regarding count of the beads also, sometimes you need malas with different counts, like mala with 54 plus 1, commonly used for Shakta deities, and malas with 32 plus 1, some with 27 or 24 for certain applications. Certain Tantra sadhaks use it. Color of Gomukhi changes. If they want to apply shapes of Havan Kund, also might change. There's a lot of complexity in Tantra, but our focus is mantra sadhana of a deity. So 1081 plus 1 mala is ideal. Usually Rudraksha will suit most forms of Shiva and Shakti, okay, and Ganesh also. There you go. I hope I have covered most frequently asked topics. Can comment any questions down in the comments. If I'm not able to answer certain comments, forgive me, it's humanly not possible. The ones I get notified, I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Also, these days I'm little bit busier with other things, so I have to focus on them as well. Hence upload schedule is less frequent. One more thing, all is well. Don't stress too much on making mistakes or fearing what I have done, is it right, is it wrong, constantly freaking out and reaching a lot of people across. It will just create further confusion. Don't worry, most of the things I have covered. Just keep practicing, ask for forgiveness on a day-to-day basis. At the end of your japa, you'll be fine. Lot of people are not even thinking of God on a day-to-day basis. You are doing really good thing, basically, to basically enlighten yourself, kind of. So no worries, don't worry too much about making mistakes. There you go. Good luck. Jai Bhairav.